Welcome back, fellow horror geeks, at cityofgeek.com. This is Bob, talking about my number 58 for 100 Days of Horror, 1996's Bad Moon. As a quick note there, that 100 Days of Horror is something that we're doing here at cityofgeek.com, where myself, Kim, Cody, and a bunch of other folks are watching 100 horror films we haven't seen of the days leading up to Halloween. I'm doing video reviews for them, but everyone else is going to do written ones. So you can follow the link down below to the City of Geek main page, which you can follow then a link to our Facebook group, and you can post about what you're watching. It's not too late to join us. Or if you want to join us next year, if you think 2019 is still too late at this point as we approach October, always join next year and just always watch horror films. Always find new horror films. Yay! That's all I try and do. Much as they're chagrined of my friends back here watching, they're like, watch Halloween again, Bob. But that's why I do this, to make sure I just don't watch Halloween again continually on a loop. And we are talking about Bad Moon, which I noticed from 1996 and is currently streaming on Shudder, so you could pop up and watch this afterwards. It's only 80 minutes, and it's a wonderful 80 minutes. I really love this cheapy, bloody, gory, really goofy werewolf movie. Werewolf movies are kind of hard to make really good movies out of. You get like maybe 3 really solid ones, a bunch of middling ones, and a whole lot of shit. For the whole lot of shit, don't forget to check out my triple review for Howling IV, 5, and 6 I did earlier for 100 Days of Horror. This is so much better than all those. It's not quite as good as, like, say, Dog Soldiers and American Werewolf in London, and fuck it, I like American Werewolf in Paris. It's messy, it's dumb, it came around the same as this, but it's a guilty pleasure. But we're not talking about American Werewolf in London or Paris, we're talking about Bad Moon. I keep saying Blood Moon, so hopefully I'll catch those when I make that mistake, so I do apologize if I don't otherwise. And Bad Moon, see, I said it right this time. It was written and directed by Eric Red, best known for being one of the writers of Near Dark, one of the best vampire movies from 1987, or generally, really, not just 1987. Came out a week after Lost Boys. Lost Boys gets all the fuss and glamour, but Near Dark is such a wonderful movie that more people need to see. It's gained a reputation over time, and hopefully people are checking it out now more than they were then. He adapted it from a novel from Wayne Smith, though I haven't read that, so I have no idea how many changes he made. I know he shortened the size of the family to a smaller group, according to IMDb, but other than that, I'm not sure how good of a novel it is and how good of adaptation it is generally. But what we do have here is the basic plot of a guy who is, his girlfriend was killed and he was bit by a werewolf, in which case someone else kills a werewolf with this wonderful head explosion, and then as he starts to turn every month and people start to die around him out in the woods, he says, alright, maybe I've done everything I can to try and fix this. He does a lot of research to look into this. So he decides to move home with his sister and her young child to see if this is true. The power of love can fix his werewolfism. Or lycanthropy, whatever. Spoiler alert, it doesn't, as anyone would probably guess, because the fact this is a bloody horror film with a lot of people getting killed in wonderfully ways. Wonderfully practical ways. There's like a couple of CGI shots that don't work, but the practical effects are, yeah, they're obviously effects, but they're fucking fun and gory and bloody and explosion-y, and I really had a good time whenever they happened. I did enjoy the non-death part of it, because there's a good family dynamic there with Muriel Hemingway, who gets a lot of slag for this movie from what I was reading about, but I think she's okay. She's not so good at when it comes time for the terror bits. She doesn't sell it at all, but she does sell the relationship between her and her brother and her kid, played by Mason Gamble, best known as playing Dennis the Menace a couple years before that for Nick Castle's version of that. So it does relate, again, to Halloween, right? It always gets back around to Halloween. But it's lean, it's fun, it moves right through, it doesn't have anything on there. Like I said, we're looking at 80 minutes. But we do have like the growth of the family and how they react to everything. And there was a lot of throwaway characters who were there just to get killed, but hey, it's okay. Yeah, Bad Moon is worth your time if you like, you know, cheap but solid werewolf movies from, you know, get the 90s, you know. Werewolf movies tend to be if you like them or you don't. You know, it's kind of hard to have that. There's not a lot of distinction there. Do check out Late Phases if you haven't seen that. It's also streaming on Shudder, which is a fantastic film. I've seen it a couple times, so I can't include that in there, but I wanted to rewatch after watching this. Both of slightly different, smaller takes on the werewolf. But the werewolf design is what sells this, and the blood, of course. And if you have a silly werewolf, it's going to look awful. In this case, you do have a good looking werewolf, and it works really well. So everything really does come together for a, you know, relatively small, this is a $6 million film in 1996. It's pretty solid there. Film that doesn't try to be anything more than it is. So I recommend it. Go check out Bad Moon and like, comment, subscribe to this channel. See what else we're watching for 100 Days of Horror. Go to citygeek.com and follow the links there to see what everyone else is watching. And we'll see you soon. Bye.